Boom. All right, guys, this is another analysis here for the YouTube channel. You already know, Tournament Guidebook by Vishnu Warrior. This is video number 50-something, right? Hopefully y'all learn from all the other ones in the playlist. I will link it so you guys can watch it. Today, we're talking about Dancing Queen from the song. Everybody know Dancing Queen? Everybody know that song, right? Of course, if you know, you can Google it. Literally just Google it. Dancing Queen. It'll come right up. First thing to come up. Dancing Queen. That's what we're looking at today. And of course, it applies to chess, especially in this game here. Vishnu Warrior, who is the author of the book that is coming out. Actually, here, Warrior actually gave us this game to talk about Dancing Queen, right? So, and you're going to see it. It's going to be pretty nice here. It's going to be a pretty nice thing. And when we get to that part of the game, in fact, let me pull that up over here. So I have it in my peripheral. Okay, that would be this move right here. That's like on move 19. Okay, cool. Yeah, move 19. That is gross. That is absolutely gross. Yeah, okay, that's nasty, but this game is fire. Okay, so Dancing Queen, that's the name of it. Right, turn up chat. What's up, One Bad Ninja? Curious Chimpanzee, what's good? You're a Pistons fan, you should watch it. You know, you can use Command Culture. That'll tell you how much sports I watch. In fact, anything outside of chess, just use Command Culture. It'll tell you everything about what I do. Now, with that being said, here we go. All right, we're going into the game here. We have E4 from Vishnu Warrior. Now, Vishnu in this, let me see, do I have any stats here? Okay, this game was played in March 24th, 2016 by Vishnu Warrior, who is going to be actually the author of the book that is coming out. The board is in the starting position. Oh, really? Wow. The board is in the starting position. Very nice, Dank Pawn, very nice. After E4, knight f6, okay, E5. After E5, knight to D5. Okay, so knight to D5, this is first off, they call the Alekhine's defense or Alekhine. Like, literally, you know, people will be like, bro, you know, in America, right, raise your hand if you watch this video from wherever you are. How many of y'all say Alekhine? How many of y'all say Alekhine? Everybody do. But, of course, if you're not from America, you would say Alekhine or Alekhine, however you say it. It's like Alekhine, right? There's like 5 different ways to say his name. And then they get mad, you know. Well, it's Alekhine. It's pronounced like, bro, come on. Get out of here with that. Just stop right now. You know, people still call Jan Nepomniachtchi Ian, right? Ian, I-A-N, like Ian. But it's Jan though, right? It's whatever. This is the Alekhine, whatever you want to call it. Okay, knight f6, e5. e5 is a very nice move. Knight to d5, d4. This is straight up theory. Straight up theory. It's Elio. Okay, nice. Thanks. That's always appreciated. Peace. Right. Okay, so after d6, we have d6 here, and then after d6, you play knight f3. This is usual theory. This actually is a longer game, so we are going to fly through some moves until we get to the part that's really we need to talk about today. And also, that's funny, the alkaline battery. Stop it right now. The alkaline battery. I was just maybe that was funny. But this is a 52 move game, and this is very interactive. So I will be asking you to actually try to find the move here. So after knight to f3, there's d6 or g6. Sorry, g6, which is a straight theory here. This usually happens a lot. After g6, bishop to c4, hitting the knight on d5, and knight to b6, hitting the c4 bishop. Right, we move it back to b3, bishop g7. I mean, these guys are following mainline stuff. Castles, and then h3 from stopping bishop g4. Stopping the bishop g4 stuff, right? So bishop g4 is very annoying. In fact, you always want to remember when you study an opening, right? And if you're taking notes, write this one down, okay? If you're watching the video on YouTube or from Twitch, wherever you're watching it right now, make sure that you remember this part right here. When you're looking at an opening, you need to know the ideas, the overall theme, the ideas, the rainbow, the ideas here of the whole opening, not just, oh, what's the opening moves? Oh, e4, knight f6, e5, right? You know, what is the plan of the whole opening you're playing? So with this being said, right, let's flip the board. The Alekhine, whatever you want to call it. Here in this opening here, it's all about attacking this center relentlessly, not just like a little bit of this and that. Oh, let me hit him later. It's relentless attacking of this center. So you're going to play moves like c5, knight to c6, bishop g4. Why? Because this attacks the knight on f3 that actually is attacking the pawn or defending the center, right? So you want to get rid of this. So if he plays h3, which Vishnu Warrior does here, stops bishop g4, which is a crucial move in this thing. You also have c5 modern style, Modernish, very nice, Lucas. Very nice, modernish. I'm actually a fan of the modern. Right, I went to the school of Hikaru. I draw the arrows. I look up all the time. Right, you know, yeah, and I do like to play the modern. Yeah, but C5 is a move here. But C5 was not played, so let's go back to the game. After H3, there was knight to C6. Hitting E5 and putting some pressure on the center. Now, what would you play here as white? This is one of the first times we're actually going to go with you here. Chat, it is white to move. What would you do in this position? Knight C6, he is attacking your center. You need to do something about it. This E5 pawn is about to fall. What do you do? What do you do, chat? Let's get some moves in the chat here. Let's get some moves in the chats. Bishop E3. And why I'm laughing is because I'm like, hey, your pawn on E5 is hanging. Your pawn on E5 is hanging. So he plays Bishop E3. Bishop E3. Bishop E3. Bishop E3. Pawn on E5 is hanging. Bishop E3. Okay. All right. Rook E1, D6. Rook E1's Bishop F4. I like it. I like these moves. I like these moves. No one has said it yet, though. Bishop E3 or C3. Man, what is this Bishop E3 move? Bishop E3 is 100% absolutely garbage. 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 It doesn't work. Don't give him this pawn for free. Don't give him this for free. Usually you don't want to give up in a piece or a pawn. And then, let's see, right, Bishop E3. After pawn takes, okay, oh, that's cool. And then you try to something like D5. Trying to be tricky here. I can just go E4. I also can play knight A5 or even knight to B4. All these moves work. Knight B4, knight A5, and also E4. E4, trying to be very tricky here. All right, so Bishop E3 is wrong. All right, comment in other, correct, Spari. In other Alekhine lines, that's correct. In other lines, absolutely, but not in this one. But is this hot garbage? Absolutely. Let me hit it one more time for you, Andrew. That's right. Garbage. Yes, sir. That's right. So Bishop E3 is not a move. But the move here, and I see it there from One Bad Ninja and All Blacks. Is that All Blacks? All Blacks, yeah. All Blacks. Here's the move, guys. It's Queen to E2. I'm a big fan of this move. I love this move. And then there's also another one that I want to show you guys is E6. You say EXF is wrong. You mean EXD? Watchful? You mean EXD? You said EXF. EXF. I think you mean EXD, right? You meant D. Okay, yeah, EXD. EXD is wrong because here's the thing, Grandmaster tip, right? You hear this from Grandmasters all the time. They say keep the tension. Keep the tension. That means that, and here's another rule, I learned this from another Grandmaster, Igor Smirnov. He said to take is a mistake. Write it down, right? Play this back 1,000 times if you need to. To take is a mistake. There goes Spari. Look at that. And then One Bad Ninja right after. To take is a mistake. If I capture this, and here's one thing to realize, you know, to take is a mistake. There's always exceptions in chess. There's always exceptions in chess. So you can say to take is a mistake, but then if somebody queen hanging, and you'll be like, oh, yo, bro, hey, Canty said to take is a mistake, bro. I'm not about to take the free queen. Garbage. Bro, there are exceptions in chess, but you have to ask the question, hey, if I capture, is it better for me or is it better for them? Right? That's the question you should ask. Is it better for me or is it better for them? If you take this, this is now a target. I also can open the file with a smile. Thanks, bro. I mean, maybe I can even take, either way I could take, right? C takes, it doesn't matter. But you helped me. You helped me out. So Queen E2 is a very good move. Is a very, very good move, right? So I like E6 though too as well, but I don't have my pieces developed. Look at White's development and look at Black's. I mean, virtually an equal position, I would say. Especially with it being white to move, we can develop a piece here, Rook E1, which is already kind of developed, being castled. But E6 is very cool. I love making this kind of move. Why? Because this structure right here is extremely hard to break. This is hard to break. The only way to break this is by H4, H5, and E6. This is the only way you break this down if he doesn't move any of these pawns. And you also have to sacrifice pieces as well. So not only do you need your pieces, you also need these pawns. So E6 actually helps. The idea here is after bishop takes E6, you have blocked with your whole face. Get the man off the board. This is a family channel, right? D5, GG, start a new game. So now pawn takes, the idea here is you can play stuff like H4, H5. I actually have a video. You can actually use Command Perk in the chat. Command Perk in the chat right now. And you can go to the YouTube channel and find the perk video that Canty works the perk. I have a playlist on it. H4 looks very cool here. I like this move, followed by H5, right? And then you can play, this is perk-ish, but it's not the same. So there will be some differences, but it's not the same. And the reason here is H5 is going to be nasty, followed by knight G5, queen H5. Maybe play C3, put the bishop on C2. What do you do? I mean, this is gross, and I can draw more arrows, okay? I did go to the school of Hikaru. But with that, with being said, this didn't happen. This didn't happen. In fact, what Vishnu Warrior shows here is a very classical, strong move, I think, here is queen to E2. I love it. And some of you said that. Queen to E2. Defending E5, rook to D1 is a possibility. E6 still being a thing. C3 and bishop C2 still, I mean, still possibilities. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Queen E2. I love it. I love it. What about a battery? Battery where? Battery where? Secret agent. Queen E2, a nice move. So after queen E2, knight A5. Getting rid of the strong bishop, because this bishop right here is a big boy bishop. That is a big boy bishop. Oh, I need to get rid of that. In fact, I love this move from Black. I'm not even gonna lie. Because like, yo, if you let me keep this bishop, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And here's another note, write it down. I mean, we giving out gems today. We just giving them out, you know. Rick, talk to him, you know what I'm saying? Yikes. We giving out gems today. But the king's bishop is usually the strongest bishop. Think about that. Most times, the king's bishop is the strongest one. Why? Because if you see I'm hitting this bishop is the king's bishop, and it's the best piece, but also if we get rid of it, it's going to make stuff very weak for him. So king's bishop, absolutely, 95 is very good. Very good move from Black. Removes the tension between queens, reducing chance of a trade. Correct. I'm not trying to trade because I ain't trying to go to the end game. Not that you know, I'm an aggressive player, you know, so I'm not really trying to go to the end game. That just makes it much longer than what I was trying to do. But if you have to, you have to. With this particular variation, what are the key thematic focal points? Meaning if we find ourselves in this position, we don't recognize or don't remember the exact order. What are the questions we should ask in this position? Very good question from Andrew here, CHS Dog Fan. In fact, as white here, you have many ways to go. Ideas-wise, is especially, here's one idea. With a pawn on E5, that always signifies that you should actually attack the king. Think about that. If you ever have a pawn on E5 in any position, French's, Caro-Kann's, anything with a pawn that gets to E5 and you're playing with the white pieces, you need to actually attack the king. That's all it's about. In fact, in the beginning, let's go back here. E4, knight F6, E5, right? I'm automatically already looking to now attack the king. Now, I do need to develop the rest of my pieces, but you have to literally attack the king. That's all it's about. Develop your pieces, which you should already do in every opening. But after queen E2, here, what I'm looking to do is develop my pieces in a way that I can aim at the king. Knight A5 is brilliant because it gets rid of one of the pieces that is a dangerous piece for the king. So if he did not play knight A5, I'm going to play maybe A3 or C3, keep the bishop, play bishop G5, put the rooks to the center, maybe play queen E3, bishop H6, H4, H5, take this, maybe G3, king G2, rook H1 at the right moment, take that, queen H6, take on G6, mate. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Play the sound. Sheesh. Just attack this king. It's all out attack on the king. All out attack. So after knight to C3, knight takes B3. Knight takes B3, A takes B3. You always take towards the center, and let me take that back. Not always. Most times you should take towards the center. And it also opens the file. But I did lose a key piece in my attack. And here's another thought. When you have a pawn on E5, the piece that you want to keep the most is the light square bishop. Write it down, keep it, right? Put it on your forehead if you need to, on your hand, write it down, okay? You need to, the light square bishop is probably the best piece to keep if you have a pawn on E5. It's like huge here. I'm giving you a huge gem there. E5, C6, okay? White goes bishop G5. I love the attacking chances that white has here, but virtually an equal position. And what's funny is, Ninja says best move is F6. Bro, F6? Are you serious? Garbage. First off, fine go mad. I mean, real pissed, you know. Secondly, just because that is a ridiculous looking move. But I mean, it does have some merit to it, really. I mean, F6, attacking the center. Remember the plans and ideas of the game. Alekhine, if you plan the Alekhine, you plan this opening, you need to aggressively attack the center. So F6 actually follows the plan still. Also gets out of this. Bishop E6 from Black, right? And then Vishnu actually made a very committal decision here. which is actually one of the best moves too here. He takes d6, right? And why? Activity, initiative. Initiative is what it's about. Initiative equals, right? Write it on the board here. All right. Initiative equals time and activity. So you need to have the time, and you need to have the activity. That's what initiative virtually is. So if you have time and you have activity, you have the initiative. So he's like, okay, cool. I now have the initiative. I need to act now. And how do you use the initiative? With aggression and active pieces, making threats. Here's a threat. He takes d6. So now that you know this, guys, how do you keep the initiative? White to move. We need to keep the initiative here, because if we don't, black's going to consolidate, get rid of this bishop, maybe bring the rooks to the center. And I don't know what this bishop's actually doing. I mean, it is developed, but it's kind of strange. But how do you keep the initiative, chat? It's white to move. What do you do? Initiative, time and activity. Time, activity, make threats. Time, activity, make threats. White to move. And if say magic, it says 94. 94 from Nikki. Okay, 94 from One Bad Ninja. Knight C to E4. You see D4, nice. 94, Rook D1. I told this man, make threats, and he said Rook D1. Garbage. He said Rook D1. Lucas, how many times did we say today that you need to think for 2 minutes before you say something in the chat? I love it. I love how much you talk in the chat. But how many times today did we say, think for 2 minutes and then say something? Okay, maybe 2 minutes might be too long, because we are going to go fast. But you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, Lucas, okay? It is 94. Great job, chat. 94. 94, okay? Queen C7, right? Time and activity. Initiative you have here. White to move. What do you do next, chat? What do you do next? What do you do next? It's true. C3. Knight E4. Not knight C to E4. Yeah, it was just 94. I was all out. Lucas wanted to play Queen E6. Oh, gross. Gross. C3. We have C4 from 1736. So Knight C5. Knight is actually with an N, Norella, because you have the king and the knight. So you want to differentiate. So it is the N. Room D1. Nice. Room D1. Yeah, I'm in room D1. Yeah. Room D1. C4. Knight C5. Okay. Knight C5. Okay. Okay. Knight C5, Queen D2. Right. Very nice choices. No, you know what? I'm going to clap it up for y'all. Clap it up. Okay. I'm going to clap it up. Clap it up. Okay. None of y'all are garbage here. Okay. Not yet, at least. Garbage. None of y'all are garbage, right? These are good moves. All of the moves you're considering here are not garbage. Knight C5 is actually the move that it's a great move, right? But the problem here is he puts the bishop here and trades. You have to remember, one of the other things in the Alekhine that they want to do is make trades. If I can make trades, first off, my structure is better than yours. My structure is better than yours. You should always be paying attention to what the pawn structure looks like. The pawn structure is like your skeleton or the GPS of the entire game. So I can just trade pieces and then just, D4 hanging. So what he did here was actually play C4, which is really good. C4. Shout out to you, chat. C4 was correct. Now, after Rook F to E8, now we go Knight C5. Now we go Knight C5, right? Now, after Bishop F5, you want to keep this initiative going here, chat. What do you do now? What do you do? Yeah, 1736. I see you, big fella. You did that. That was you. Yeah, you did that. That was you all day, every day. That was you, big fella. You was the first one to say it. So, Bishop F5, what do you do now, chat? After Bishop to F5, time and activity equals initiative. Make threats. That's what you're looking to do here, especially if you're trying to be aggressive. Right? Have to visit coach before going to sleep. Have a great stream. All right, Sparry, my guy. Good to see you, bro. H4, you got G4 Manka. G4. Thanks for the follow, Dr. Mario. Fire name. Ricky 1. Okay, and I'm not sure how to even say this man's name. I'm gonna just say P. I'm gonna call you P, bro. Require. Nice with a W. G4, and we have Knight E5. Okay, Rook A to E1. So rook E1 is one of the possibilities. Is actually move number 3 from the engine. Queen E3 is one. But this move right here, shout out to you if you said this G4. Okay. 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 That's a good move. That's a good move. That's a good move. Right. And G4 is very, very committal. It's scary looking. But it makes the bishop go back. Because the bishop is like looking ridiculous. You don't have no moves. Bishop D7, I mean, you can. Right. But like, that's kind of ugly. And this is what he probably should have did. I don't think he liked Bishop D7. I don't know why he didn't like Bishop D7, but he played Bishop to C8, which is gross. Like, bro, you kidding me? You undeveloped your bishop. You developed it, and then you undeveloped it. Garbage. Okay, so that's not looking good. Like, this is already a recipe for disaster. But after Bishop C8, there's still work to do. Now, is this the move where we're actually talking about it here? Okay. First off, white, what are you gonna do? Or white chat, what are you gonna do playing white here? Let me make sure this is the right move. Okay, cool. So I'm actually gonna move this here. I'm just gonna play rook E1 because this is what he did because we want to move through this. This is actually 52 moves, so we're gonna fly through a lot of moves in a minute. But after rook E1, bishop F8. So what's up, Fredo? Yo, so here, right here. Okay, this is the part right here about dancing queen. Right, so Dancing Queen, that's the name of today's title of today. You're gonna see this queen do a lot of dancing, right? And a lot of times you actually do need to know that your queen has to make multiple moves to get to their ideal or her ideal square. You need to put your queen on the ideal square when it comes to attacking chess. Like, and you need to put it on the best square. And how can it help you in the best way? Black about to restart his board, right? Planet of Finchetto. Chat, I love it. I love it here. I love it. Okay. So, here we go. All right, watch this. So next move is Queen E3. Queen E3 from Vishnu Warrior threatening like a bishop H6. Very nice. 1736, pushing tight. Said Queen E3, there it is. Queen E3, nice with bishop H6 intentions. Right, and then knight to D7. And this right here is amazing. Now, of course, this is a beautiful combination that can happen. But Dancing Queen, this whole idea of this is you're going to see how the queen dances and how you can use the queen, Dancing Queen. Something for you to remember. Yo, what's up? Super hot dogs. Let's get it. Bruh. Let's get it. Bruh. Let's get it. Super hot dogs with the raid, bro. Welcome. Welcome here. So right here, chat, right? Dancing Queen is all about how this queen moved around the board to get a very good position. But what would you play in this position? And this was actually missed by Vishnu Warrior here. By Vishnu Warrior. Make sure this is right. Okay. All right, what y'all got? What y'all got? Bishop F4, bishop H6, knight E6. Knight E6 is tempting. Sack the knight on E6. Knight E6, look to entertain. Knight E6. Dang, bro, chat going crazy. Now on this knight E6. Oh my goodness. First off, let me read what's from the book. Now, of course, I can see parts of the book. You can't yet because it ain't released. But here it is. He says, one move queen moves. It's crazy. It's like back. One move queen moves are tough to find, but can help extend the influence on a new set of ranks or files and diagonals. Dancing Queen. Think about Scandinavian players. First off, I'm going to hit you with this. Garbage. Oh, yeah. Garbage. Absolutely. Garbage. Not feeling you. But at the same time, a lot of times in the Scandinavian, they move that queen so many times, but they can get good positions if you don't know what you're doing as white. I mean, you getting your head cracked. Like Scandinavian, bro, you have to realize it is a solid opening sometimes, okay? It depends on who's playing it and how, right? You know, but at the same time, that queen moves a lot. But, right, the Dancing Queen moves around and it gets to the place that it needs to, and you end up having trouble against it. You know, shout out to the people that have trouble against the Scandinavian, because I used to be one of them. Now, what he says, again, one move queen moves are tough to find, but can help extend influence on new sets of ranks or files and diagonals. Funnily enough, this is him talking, my friend mentioned this quote to me right before the game, and behold, after queen e3, threatening bishop f4 and bishop h6, black played the natural knight to d7. Natural move, trying to get rid of this knight, trying to exchange pieces. Unfortunately, this fails to the tactical shot. Shout out to y'all, chat. Shout out to you. Yeah, you got it. Y'all got it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. 96, right? 96. And actually, 96, I think this is what he played too. 96. And this is what he played, right? He didn't miss it. In fact, so he just said it failed. So he didn't miss it. He did play 96. So 96 is a nasty move. You have a knight on e6, and you're playing with the white pieces. Garbage. Wow. This is ridiculous. You about to get in a lot of trouble right now. 96, bro. Oh my goodness. Bro, if you play this move on me in the game, I'm out here like, bro, what did I do? Right? I am contemplating knocking over the entire board. Like, I'm really sitting here like, man, I'm about to flip this board, right? You know, that's one choice. Like, okay, I can play F takes E6. I can play Queen B8. I can play Queen B6. I could also flip the board, or I could play something else, maybe Queen D6. All right, this is crazy. Knight E6. So he goes for it. Now, of course, we are talking again about the dancing queen. F takes E6, right? Queen takes E6. So the queen went from where? E2 to E3 to now E6. King H8. Where do you go now, chat? It's on you. Can you finish here? Do you know what to do? You did just sack a whole piece, a whole knight. You need to be very, very careful. You just sacked a whole knight here. Okay, we got bishop F6, bishop F6 again. Okay, how do you flip the board? Has the continental game. You can actually click X on the keyboard. If I click X, it flips it immediately. X. Very nice. That is a chess.com hack, if you didn't know. Queen F7, bishop F6. Okay. What do you do if the board's bolted to the ground? Then you knock the pieces over. If the board's bolted, you can't flip the board. You just knock the pieces over. All of them. All of them. And then walk out dramatically. Bishop F6, F7, Queen F7. Okay. Okay, Queen F7. All right. You know what? Oh, Bishop F. Look at that. Bishop F6. Bishop F6. Wow. You're garbage. Absolutely disgusting. Not a move. Gets a man off the board. What is he doing with his life? Knight takes F6. That's a rapster. Oh my goodness. I'm going to stare at you really hard. A very uncomfortable stare. Very uncomfortable stare. You ever been stared at very uncomfortably by somebody and they didn't stop? That's what you're getting right now. After Bishop F6. Knight takes F6. I'm hitting your queen. I didn't got the piece back. You are here looking crazy. You are here looking crazy. You have lost your absolute, right? So here's the move. In fact, it's Queen F7. Very nice, chat. Remember, it's dancing queen here. Dancing queen. Look at all the queen moves. We made queen. The queen needs to get to her ideal square to help. And if you notice your own games, right? Do this in your own games. Go through and see how many times you move the queen, especially the games you won. How many times did you move the queen? Dancing queen here. It's very important to know how to use your queen correctly. Queen E2, right? Okay, Queen E3. Which is right here. There it is. Queen E3, Queen E6, Queen F7, hitting the rook, right? And then after Queen to D8, okay, chat, it's on you here. This is not easy. It's not an easy find here. So it might be some real guard. I might have to be, you know, hey, I might be hitting that button a lot on this one. But it is right to move here. Try your hardest. How do you do this? How do you get this? What do you do now? Sack the piece for some compensation. Pieces can't move. Look at this. It looked like he either playing 960 or like he moved this knight back and forth the whole game. And somehow he like, you know, got his king over here to H8. Because like, look at the development. Look at the development here. Look at the lack of development because there is none. In fact, Bishop H6 clearance. Okay. I see a rook E6. I see a 95. He said, man, I have no idea. That's okay. That's okay, Dr. Julian. That's why we're here today. Bishop H6, clearance. Rook E6, 95, Bishop H4. Everything looks winning. In fact, that's actually kind of correct. It looks good, but that doesn't mean that it is. Bishop to D3 is right here. Bishop D3 is right here, UTD. That's actually not a move at all. Illegal. Knight H5, Knight H4. H5 is illegal. Bishop D2. Wow. Bishop D2. Bishop D2. I see what you're doing though. Bishop C3. So that's not a garbage move. We ain't gonna hit you with that because you're trying to do this. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I like it. Knight H4. Okay. Knight h4, rook something. Don't even know where, right? It happens here. So one thing you want to notice here is, yes, I sacked a piece. This is like high level what I'm about to teach you here, right? I am down a piece as white. I sacrificed for his king looking crazy. But yes, I'm down a piece, but where is that piece for him to use? In fact, it's here, these two pieces. In fact, this rook, because it hasn't moved, and this bishop doesn't matter. Yes, I'm down a piece, but it don't really matter, bro. It don't really matter. Your activity is absolutely gross. So move number one from the engine here was d5, which is actually what Vishnu played. Very nice move. d5. So now we do maybe have some of this going, right? And maybe we can bring the rook to d1. Just trying to open up the board and open up lines. What you don't want to do is a move like knight e5. Why is knight e5 not that good? Because knight e5 actually trades pieces. One thing you don't want to do is trade when you're down. It depends on when you trade. There's always exceptions. You should trade when you're up, not when you're down. That's the general rule. But you do want to trade pieces. You trade these pieces when you're like sure you're going to win. If 95, I mean, I'm about to, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this so fast that you're not even going to be able to write your move down as fast enough, because I'm going to take it immediately. Immediately, because my bishop finally gets out, right? I got rid of another piece that you could have probably used. So it's not good. It's not a good move. It also opens the queen up. Correct, Lucas, right? This is not good. 95, right? You want to always think about, again, should I trade or should I not trade? Who is it better for? That's always a good thing to understand. So d5 is a very strong move here. Rook e2 is also a move, but that's weird. I like d5 though. d5 played by Vishnu Warrior. C takes d5, C takes d5, and bishop g7, which is ridiculous looking. But also, I mean, you can't really blame him. Like, what else do you play in this position? I can't move the e-pawn. I can't move the queen because the rook hanging. I can't move the bishop yet because I got to play b6. I can't move anything. What am I doing right now? You know what? Look at it from Black's point of view. I'm going to give you a few seconds to look at it before I push this button. But you can't move nothing. You literally can't do nothing. Like nothing. Bruh. Nothing, bro. So, right? Black played bishop g7. Like, in hopes that I could try to survive here, right? Okay, now, chat, it's on you. How do you do this thing? What we gonna do here, chat? It's on you. He's trying to untangle. I'm still down a piece, though. So be careful. Don't play around. I'm still down a piece. Hi from Brazil. What's up, Brazil? How do you remember 2025 move best moves in the opening? Well, first off, it depends on what rating you at. Secondly, if you are like under 2K, bro, you don't even worry about that. You out here looking crazy, because as soon as they play something different, you're gonna forget how to play chess. That's usually how it happens. D6, D6. Okay. E6. I see some D6s there. I see bishop E7. Okay. Bishop takes E7. E7. Very nice. Thanks for the follow, Trill Hazy. What up, what up? Bishop takes E7. Knight H4. Take on E7 with the bishop. D6 from Narella. All right, look. So D6 is actually move number 2. And I love D6. I actually really like this move. But the problem here is he plays Rook G8. And you're like, well, how is this a problem, dog? Well, no matter how you take this, I can play Queen E8. Rook takes looks very good. I mean, man, it feels like you're crushing this man. But you actually not. I'm actually defending like a beast right now. Somehow everything's defended. Everything's defended. You take with the bishop, cool, queen e8, right? And you like, dang, I thought this was great, which again, engines give this still like +2, like plus 1.5, +2. But right here is plus like, right here is +5. They're saying right now, the engine's saying that white is up a rook, but he's down a piece. That's how you know it's bad. That's how you know it's bad. The move actually is bishop takes e7. Very good, chat. Bishop takes e7. Forcing Black's next move. Because if you move the queen, I mean, you might as well resign when you do it. Like, hit the clock, sign the score sheet, stop the clock, in fact. Because, like, the queen takes e8 is, you can't allow this ever to happen. So he takes on e7, rook takes e7, and then queen to g8. This is the move, right? This is the position now. This is move 25, 26. Now we're on move 27 after queen to g8. White to move, chat. What do you do now, chat? What do you do now? What do you do now? Thanks for the follows. Welcome. Ricky 8, Queenie 8 from UTD. Ricky 8, Rook 8, Rook push. Tiana Dotes. Thanks for the follow. Ricky 8. Rookie 1. Okay. Queenie 8. You guys are all correct there. The best move actually is Rookie 8 though. Rookie 8 is the best one out of all of them because it just forces the reply. Knight F8. I mean, he can play Bishop F8 or Knight F8, right? Okay. And then after Knight F8, he does this. He takes, and at this moment, right? This is a wrap. Like, this is over. How do you finish the game here, chat? How do you finish the game? And it's not even finished because there's still more chess here. There's still more left. But how do you actually finish here? This is over. I'm down a piece, but I'm about to get that back with interest. Now, you better get this right. You better get this right, chat. What do you do? Knight G5. Rook C1. Bring the knight. We got D6. Steve UK, thanks for the follow. D6 again. Rook C1 from Norella. It's good stuff, good stuff. Knight G5, Knight E6, Rook D1, Rook C1, Knight G5. Okay, so in fact, Knight G5, move number 3 from the engine. Knight G5. Beautiful move. You got this pin still going. Okay, move number 1 from the engine is D6. Very nice for the D6ers there. The move he chose was a very simple one, and move number 2 on the engine, which is Rook to C1. Very simple move to make. Get my material back, and I'm good. Wasn't the queen pinned by the rook before? In fact, here, it wasn't really pinned. I mean, it is pinned, but there's a way to block it. He just blocks Knight F8 or Bishop F8. He just blocks it. So after the block happens, there's nothing you can do. Like in this, so he traded. He played Rook C1, and this right here, and now he tried to make it interesting. Y'all ready for this? He played Bishop takes G4. Jeez. But it don't matter because you still about to get hit with the saber. And this game for you is absolutely 1,000%. So after Bishop takes G4, and obviously you don't take back. Please don't take this. Don't take this, Bishop. Don't do that. Rook takes A8. Bishop takes F3. So, okay, everything seems kind of strange. There's no rook, right? You just take the rook. Very nice, chat, right? Very nice. I just have the extra. I have the rooks. Yes, I'm down a piece, but I have 2 rooks, pressure on your king. Really, you're playing with 2 pieces because you can't play with this knight yet. So he needs to play king f7 and a pass pawn with potentials to grab the rest of yours and make other pass pawns. Very nice stuff. So d6, king f7, rook c7 check, keeping the king tied down because I'm going to play rook takes g7 if you move away. He plays king f6, so now he's luckily defending everything, but now the bishop's blocked. It does nothing at all. So there's many moves you can make. He played just d7. Very strong. Very strong. Because now I'm about the queen. No way to stop the queen. And the rest is just clockwork. He took here. I took back. Now I got 2 rooks. Bro, when do you ever have a game where you got both your rooks and your opponent don't have none of them? Like, they don't have none of them. Yo, that never happens, bro. Like, I never had a game like this over the board that I can remember. Maybe back when I was like, under 2K or something. I don't even remember those games really. But, this is like, I got both of my rooks, bro. Both of them. And you don't have even one. So this is already over. But let's see the rest. Bishop C6. He plays rook D6, king E5. And now, chat, how do you do this? What do you do? What do you do now? Any suggestions, chat? What do you do? What do we have from the chat? He hops the sheets. In fact, usually if anything, it's just one rook exchange. Correct. Not both exchange. I'm up 2 exchanges. Like 2 of them. Pretty pick, yes. Thanks for the follow. King H1. Wow. Yeah, he definitely trolling because you can't even do that. Oh yeah, because I was gonna hit you with that garbage. I was gonna hit you with one. Let me just do it anyway. Garbage. Absolutely. I just started taking all his pieces, but I'm at 550 elo. Okay, all right, that's okay. You got a right plan though. Sack the exchange to take H7. Sack the rookie. I like it. Rook D8. We got D8. Rook D8. Double the rooks. Rook A to D. Okay. So in fact here, and I can't make this up, I'm actually going to show y'all this live. Look at what the engine's first 3 moves are. Rook d2, Rook d1, and Rook d3. Like, what? Bro, you know, honestly, what's funny is, I mean, these moves work, but like, simple is the way, especially when you're winning, you know, you have an advantage. It's good to go the simple route. And what he did was just take on c6 and liquidate. Correct. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, you just take on c6, which he did, and then you take on a7. And then, like, you take all his pieces. Like, what is this, right? Very hard to mess this game up. And this is what he did. Right, bishop c1, rook c7. I'm taking everything you have. Everything must go, Sale. I appreciate it. Thanks for the gumdrops. h4, he traded, which made this kind of a little bit difficult. He could have played... h4 is inaccurate. You can just play king g4, rook takes g5, and run the pawn. Very easy. But, of course, h4, totally still winning. So he made this a little bit harder than what he had to. But honestly, I mean, he could have played 5 different ways and still won this game. Yeah, take the bishop, and then takes... And this was a wrap. And this was it. That was it. Game was over. Reason why we blitzed through the rest of it is because the main part we wanted to look at, in fact, let's run it from the beginning here for people that haven't seen it. e4, knight f6, right? We're going to fast forward. Knight f3, bishop c4, bishop b3, castles. He played h3, stopping bishop g4 so that we cannot attack and blow open the center. Queen e2, very nice, but he did give up his light square bishop, which is extremely strong. The bishop on b3. Knight c3 takes, and c6. Bishop g5, putting pressure on the pieces here. Bishop e6 takes. And again, this was called dancing queen because in many of your cases, in fact, every game you play, a lot of times you do end up having a dancing queen. I want you to pay attention in your games how much you actually move your queen, right? And a lot of times you do need to move your queen multiple times, not out the opening like Scandi players. Let me hit that for this. Yeah, for the Scandi players, Scandinavian, right? But you have to move your queen a lot. And sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad. Let's see, right? And the rest of the game, c4, stopping bishop d5, rook f8, knight c5, bishop f5, g4, queen e3, knight d7, knight e6. I mean, this was a beautiful move to make. Bow, knight e6. So now we move that queen from e2 to e3, now up to e6, over to f7, and we have a beautiful position, completely winning. Queen d8, and then d5. Open up the position. Open it some more, take on e7, thank you so much. Right, and we just got a winning position out of this. This is really nice, really nice. And then another key piece here is liquidating. You could keep the rooks, but he still has bishops, which are annoying. So, bro, you know what? Just give me everything. Everything must go. Get it off the board. Appreciate the generosity. Taking everything, and it makes it a very easy endgame for you to finish out. So this was Vishnu Warriors game. Today's analysis was Dancing Queen. We're going to have another one tomorrow. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like the content. That's right here, obviously. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And that's it for today's video. And I'll see you guys on the next one.